From almost losing $54 million to losing hundreds of thousands of borrowed money, these are the deadliest WallStreetBets losses. Let's explore and laugh at them together. Oh god, we're starting off with the doozy. User Jungle Trooper was holding Nvidia puts and wanted to sell them at market close, but apparently he couldn't do so because of bad Wi-Fi. Nvidia proceeded to print the next day and he suffered some heavy losses because of that. So what does he do? Does he A. cut his losses and sell, B. double down and make it all back, C. double down and lose everything that he has left, or D. get some better Wi-Fi? Well, look at the title of the video. I think the answer's pretty obvious. He sold all the positions in his account and gambled all of it on 0 days till expiration, deep out of the money options, and tripled, quadrupled, and quintupled down as soon as his account drilled further. If you're someone who doesn't really know what 0 day till expiration deep out of the money options mean, let me break it down for you. Let's say you have $40,000 in cash like this guy did. You then go to the black market and buy a bomb with some of it, then detonate the bomb to blow up the rest of it. Jungle Trooper started the day with $40,000. He ended the day with 6. Not 6,000, 6. He closed his account and used the $6 to buy some Yoo-Hoo milk and a Powerball ticket. User Jim C. Belfort had taken a second mortgage against his house for $600,000. This was during one of those short rebounds during the bear market of 2022, and so Belfort thought the market would go back to being bearish, and so he bet on short calls. However, the market kept roaring, causing him to lose hundreds of thousands on a second mortgage. And so he conceded, and decided to go with the trend, switching from short calls to short puts. Finally, he could now convert to a bull and make some money. Nope. After 6 green days in a row, the market crashed the day he sold puts, burning away the rest of his money. Losing $600,000 in a week is never ideal, but losing $600,000 of borrowed money has got to be a million times worse. If there's any upside to this, it's the fact that besides what the screenshot says, he only owes the bank $600,000 instead of both the bank and Robinhood $1.2 million once the trade settles. I'm sure that's real comforting for him. Okay, so this one's just especially bad. User Apprehensive Floor 78 had the amazing idea to quit his job, take all the money from his 401k, then YOLO all of it into Bed Bath & Beyond right before it proceeded to crash, losing him $400,000. You know, when I usually come across a WallStreetBets loss, I'm mildly amused. But this one just kinda makes me mad. He had enough money to retire in like 5 to 10 years, and he just set himself back decades by deciding to quit his job and YOLO everything on a meme stock that was quite literally hemorrhaging money and declaring bankruptcy. Please don't screw with your retirement funds. When everyone in the comments rightfully called him out for his degeneracy-fueled gambling addiction, he responded with, "Actually, it's more like I was in a bad place with my career and mental health. I was drinking a 1.75 liter bottle of hard liquor every 4 to 5 days. I hated my job and decided to blow everything up. I was single and felt like I had nothing to love for. Gambling, drinking, and more. I definitely had an addictive personality." Yeah, that's kind of concerning. I'm just gonna move on. Hey, if you made it this far, I'm assuming you're enjoying the video. If so, please consider liking and subscribing to help boost the video in the cruel YouTube algorithm. As a small channel that tries to make quality finance content, it would mean the world to me. No pressure though. Okay, so this one isn't technically a loss just yet, but I think you can see how it's a loss just waiting to happen. User Tute I from China asked what the problem was him selling these extremely deep out of the money puts on Nvidia. According to him, there's no way Nvidia would drop to 540 in 2 weeks. This was a guaranteed 36,000. I love how he sees the max loss as 54 million, that doesn't even faze him. If you owe Robinhood 54,000, it's your problem. If you owe Robinhood 54 million, it's their problem. You can just delete the app and move to Mexico. I guess that was his plan. Unfortunately, or actually fortunately, he's not going to be able to enter the position to begin with. Roughly, here's how selling a naked put works. If the share price falls below the strike price, in this case $540, then you have to buy 100 shares of the underlying per contract sold. Since Tute I from China apparently wants to sell 1,000 of these contracts, that's $54 million in collateral that needs to be locked up just in case that did happen. Hypothetically, if Tute I from China somehow did have 54 million in the bank, he would be risking it all for a relatively measly 36,000, which is the literal equivalent of picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. This loss from user LoudPineapple4294 perfectly displays the classic WallStreetBets feedback loop. It's hilarious how exactly this describes all the losses that occur over a period of time. Let's rewind a little. You're a new trader with $10,000. You, being a risk taker, want to buy something with the potential of making you a lot of money. Options check that box. So you buy them and proceed to lose. Now you have $9,000. No problem. Now you're just one winning option trade from breaking even. So you risk even more, and now you have $7,500. Now you're miles away from breaking even. So you need to take on even more risk. Now you have $5,000. Rinse and repeat until all your money is gone. Loud Pineapple had already burnt away his life savings, and yet he wired in the rest of his money to blow away. He's literally asking the comments what the next earnings play he can gamble on could be. Gambling addiction? Possibly. Concerning? Definitely. But do you want to know a way to help recoup some of your losses after the vicious WallStreetBets cycle reaps your funds? You can sign up for an M1 Finance account using the link in the description and get $250 as a sign-up bonus. That's literally free money. Okay, so on another note, this one is just straight up depressing. Like, it generally made me sad the first time I read about it. I was actually considering making a full video about this guy, but I didn't end up doing so since I figured he probably wouldn't appreciate it. In a nutshell, over the course of multiple years, user GetRichQuick I don't care how has lost hundreds of thousands and blown up multiple accounts trading degenerative options. After every single implosion, he made a post saying that he was done gambling. If you're wondering how he gets new money to gamble away after, well, gambling it all away the previous time, he gets all his money by maxing out his credit and taking out loans, meaning that he's also doing this with borrowed money, which is exponentially worse than doing this with your own money. Usually in the comment sections on WallStreetBet losses, you can just see everyone clowning the OP, but in this case, everyone was genuinely concerned. In the replies, GetRichQuick I don't care how also said that this was genuinely affecting his life, since the girl literally told him that she knew that he had a tendency to flush all his money down the toilet, and that's why they couldn't date. He said that he would stop, but he ended up blowing it all again anyway. You guys remember the vicious cycle from earlier? This is that concept taken to the extreme. It really did seem like he was done gambling this time, until I decided to check out his profile again when scripting this video. Unfortunately, the newest post got removed by the WallStreetBets mods, so I can only see the title, but based on the comments, it seems like he re-downloaded the brokerage app and YOLO 50,000. Again, I'm not even sure how he managed to get approved to borrow that much into AMC stock. Honestly, I'm not even gonna make a joke to finish this off. This dude has a serious gambling addiction that's genuinely ruining his life, and the first step in escaping the vicious cycle he's trapped in is to acknowledge that he has a problem, which he clearly has a bit of an issue with. Let's just move on. User Mikasa is the best waifu turned 70,000 into 1.2 million during the bear market of 2022 by max margin shorting Nvidia. Literally everyone in the comments told him that he got lucky and that he should just cash in his astronomical gains. But no, he kept on shorting. I don't think I need to explain what happened next. All of you know this. Nvidia absolutely printed in 2023. And this is not good news when you maxed out your margin allowance shorting it. Luckily, he cut his losses pretty early on, so he still ended up with a 70,000 gain overall, but he could have had over 1 million in gains. Also, he would have had a ton of fees and taxes after his huge capital gains in 2022, so that probably left him in the red overall. At least he was smart enough to cash out some of it early to buy his parents' cars and pay off some debt, so that isn't that bad. As not bad as losing $1 million can get. User Rambler the Gambler, sorry, I just had to acknowledge the username there. User Rambler the Gambler bought 0 day till expiration puts on Super Microcomputer at the opening bell. If you don't know, SMCI has had a meteoric rally so far this year, going from $250 to $1,000 per share in less than 3 months. This price action has attracted a lot of degenerative risk-taking, including this trade. He lost nearly 50% within 5 minutes of entering the position. He decided to do the responsible thing and cut his losses early before that 50% became 100%. Well, the market took a U-turn just to spite him. If he had just held, he would have made 1800% on his puts. The only thing worse than losing money is losing money but with the wasted potential of making money. It hurts, man. This deleted user bought puts at the end of the COVID pandemic drop. Pandemic? And look what happened. I love how you can always tell when looking at these Robinhood graphs exactly when options trading was enabled. Honestly, I kinda respect how he stopped gambling after the first initial crash. I mean, he didn't really have much of a choice considering he wiped out his entire account, but it seems like he turned over a new leaf after taking a break for a couple of years, and he started investing in non-degenerative stuff. It's kinda weird to see a rehabilitated degenerate. But this does show the impact that one single bad trade can have. If, instead of gambling, he just invested in an index fund, he would have been up 140%. It really shows how you're better off just buying safe long-term investments. Damn it, we've gone full circle. If you want to see more WallStreetBets losses, click these videos here. Sign up for M1 Finance using the link in the description to get a free $250. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.